Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know that I am. Sitting out here on my back porch again, so hopefully you know what that means. Drinking a cup of hot vanilla chai tea with a little bit of pumpkin spice creamer in it, and it is wonderful. Behind me, you can see, and I'm on the other end of my porch right now, but you can see the little project that hubby was working on. He made shutters on each end of the porch because we have the afternoon sun that comes in this way and blinds everybody, and then on the other side we have the morning sun that comes in and blinds everybody. So he built shutters to go on each end so that we can close whichever end we need to. So I'm going to get right on with this. This is the hopefully much anticipated part 5, 6 of you had questions and I have answers. So on this video I will be telling you the love story between my husband and myself, and how we met and all that. Anyway, and at the end of the video I will be doing the drawing for the big prize package. I have kept y'all waiting so long and I am so sorry. That's just how it all worked out. Let me get comfortable here. First of all, I'm going to preface this by saying I would not recommend this for any young girl today because times have changed drastically. I got married 4 days after I turned 16. And as most of you know, I have been married to the same man for 42 years. And we have been blessed. We have been through some struggles, not not in our marriage, but just in life, with life in general. But yeah, I just want to say I would not recommend it for today's young women. It's just not, they just don't know enough. By the time I got married, I knew how to cook. I knew how to clean. I knew how to do laundry. I knew how to take care of money. I just knew all that stuff because that's the way I was raised. So, I'm going to preface it with that. I will reference my grandmother once again because she was a very wise woman, very stable in her own life, and she gave me wonderful advice and prayed for me a lot. I was probably not the easiest teenager. Went through some struggles of my own, which I may relay to you in a very different type of video. I'm kind of feeling led to do that, even though it's very, very personal, because it might help somebody. Anyway, I digress. When I was 15 years old, I moved away from home because of some odd reasons. But anyway, and I was staying with some friends in another town. And about 2 weeks prior to my husband and I getting together, I started dreaming of my grandmother. And she had passed away. But I started dreaming of my grandmother every night for about 2 weeks. And in the dream, she kept telling me, it's time to go home. And so with that being said, I started making plans to return home. Let me say this before I continue. I knew my husband's family for 4 years before I knew him. His next to the youngest brother was my best friend from the time I was 12 years old, and we moved into the same town that they were living in. And his youngest brother was my younger brother's best friend. So we knew each other. You know, I knew his mom, I knew his sisters, and other brothers, and I just knew all of them before I, got together with him. Now, I had met him previously when I was 14. I met him, and we talked about dating a little bit, but it never really came to pass because I was obviously underage, and so yeah. But the Lord works in mysterious ways, His wonders to perform. The night that I had finally got away to get back to my town, I had to go through, I had to pack up my stuff and ride with this person. And there was a place called Witcher's Beach, which was they had a dance, a live band and a dance every Friday and Saturday night. And so the only way that I could get back to my town was to ride with this person to Witcher's Beach and then hopefully catch a ride from there to home. And the friend that I rode with, me and her had went down, the dance hall was upstairs, and it was a bring your own bottle, and had tables all around, and then a huge dance floor and a live band. So anyway, me and my friend had walked downstairs to go to the restroom, and as we were walking back up the steps, I asked her, I said, do you know, and I'm not going to say his name, but do you know my hubby? I think he's so handsome, and I just can't even get him to notice me. Now, mind you, I was 15 years old, okay? But like I said, it was a lot different in those times. We stepped on the top step of the stairs, and he was right there, and he asked me to dance. And, of course, I said yes. And it ends up that he was the one that took me home that night. And I got home, and it was after midnight, and, yeah. And so I had to wake my mom up to get into the house because I didn't have a house key. And so he asked me, when he dropped me off and everything, he asked me, of course he walked me to the door because he helped me tote my stuff in. He said, can I see you again? And I was like, well, sure. Mama's standing there. And she said, well, you'll just have to come to the house first. Now, mind you, I had been on my own for quite a while. And I did not think about the fact that she was going to start being mama. But anyway, so that was on a Saturday night. So that Sunday night, he came over to the house, and our first date, real date, consisted of sitting in our den and me playing records on my record player and talking and getting to know each other a little better. So then he asked me, he said, well, can I come and take you out on, Friday night? And I'm like, well, let me check with my mama. And she said yes. So we started dating. And some of y'all are going to go, oh my gosh. So we started dating, actually dating on April the 3rd. And because the night that he took me home was March 31st. So we started dating on April the 3rd. On April the 24th, he asked me to marry him. And I said yes. Well, I take that back. I didn't say yes that night. I went home and talked to my mama. And then the next night I told him yes. So, we got engaged. And we got married in July. 4 days after I turned 16. We have been together ever since. I love him with all my heart. But I'm going to tell you, my grandma did a lot of praying. And she used to talk to me about being married and how you do a marriage and things like that. Because her and my grandfather, had been married. The year she passed away would have been their 50th wedding anniversary. And my grandpa did not last a whole year without her. So he passed away the following year. So that was kind of sad. And the doctors even said there was no cause. They found nothing that would have caused him to die. And the doctor said he died of a broken heart. So, yeah. Very, very sad. But anyway, back to me and my hubby. So, like I say, we have been married ever since. He's just my all in all. He's my knight in shining armor. And even though he says he's got a few dents and clinks now, he still shines. And we had been married about almost 7 years when we got saved. So we allowed the Lord to come in and just take control. So I think that's why we've lasted so long. But anyway, so that is that story. Take another swallow of my tea. So, let's get on. Let me see if let me go to random.org here. Okay. What is going on here? Yeah. Computers, gotta love them, right? Okay, now my computer doesn't want to do anything. Oh dear. Oh no. Well, diddly do. It's saying I have no internet connection. That is not correct. Okay, something is definitely going wrong with my internet. So I might have to rethink this for a minute and find out what's going on with my internet. Yeah. Panic time. Okay. I'm going to close this video and come back with the winner announcement in a separate short video. So, I will catch y'all in the next video, and it will be very shortly behind this one. So, with that being said, may you all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will catch you in the next video, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you from North Carolina. Hello, my lovelies. Back again. Let's do this for the giveaway, okay? So we are going to, where is my, there we go. Oh, come on. All right, so we're going to type in 75. That is how many entries I had. Generate. 71. Who is 71? 71 is Virginia Story. Virginia Story. I'm so excited. Of course, I would have been excited over anybody who wins, but yay, Virginia. So, Virginia Story, you have won the giveaway. How precious is that? All right, darling. I do believe I have your address, but if I don't, you probably need to send it to me again just to make sure. My email will be in the description box. So, get me your email, get me your address so that I can send this package out to you. Yay! Congratulations, Virginia. I love you, and I thank you for being so consistent on my channel. So, yay! Now, that was for my 1,000 subscribers giveaway. I have surpassed that. So, I think the next giveaway that I do for subscribers, or friends and family, as I like to call you, will be when I reach, let's see. Let's do a big number. Let's do 2,000. Let's see if we can get there. Let's just see if we can get there anytime soon, okay? So, I love you. Now, we'll have random giveaways throughout the video processing and stuff and sharing with you guys. But once again, congratulations, Virginia Story. You have won the big giveaway. So send me your address if I don't already have it, and I'll get this package right out to you. So thanks, guys. Love you so much. May you all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will catch you in the next video. So goodbye from North Carolina.